Sup, guys? Monday, July 13th. 3 days to payday. 3 days to payday. With this paycheck on July 16th, 2026, I will be 100% debt-free of all consumer debt. I will still have a loan on my camper. But everything else, the credit cards, the personal loans, the car payment, every motherfucking thing will be gone. Zero. Zero personal debt. Zero consumer debt. It's taken me 20 months to pay off over $40,000 worth of debt. Moved into a camper. Fucking have taken every fucking extra cent and penny I can from my paychecks, my overtime checks, my tax returns, and putting them towards paying off debt. My biggest regret through all of this is that I didn't start recording videos sooner. I was so fucking focused and locked in and in the zone every month and just going to work, paying debt, going to work. It didn't cross my mind. I wish I would have recorded everything. It would have been a pretty cool journey. But I'm still going to backtrack and make videos of what I did each month, how to pay off my debt. So that being said, I still have balances on 2 credit cards. Those balances total $3,722. And you might be thinking, $3,700? How the fuck are you going to pay that off one paycheck? Well, the way my paychecks work, you get paid twice a month, 1st and 16th. All of our overtime from the whole month goes on one paycheck. So, for example, currently, the 1st of the month is base pay. The 16th is overtime. So this check on the 16th has a significant amount of overtime on it. Not the most I ever had by any means, but a good amount. I'm also federal exempt currently because we had a $1,500 bonus like a month ago or whatever, and a lot of people, when we get bonuses or stuff, people go exempt because they don't want the shit taxed or whatever. So I've been exempt for a couple paychecks now. I actually sent in my paper to turn that back on today because you got to pay your fucking taxes. I've just been exempt to try to expedite this process of paying off debt, and by the end of the year I will have money saved up, so if I got to pay some taxes, that's fine. So $3,722, $3,722. My check is going to be $4,167. So you might say, that's almost the whole fucking check. What about your bills? It's a very good point. I had 2 options. Option 1 is to pay my bills as usual, pay all my bills, pay down as much as this credit card as I can, and then wait for the August 16th paycheck with overtime to finally, that'll eliminate the debt. I said, fuck that shit. Fuck that. I have fucking been doing this shit for 20 fucking months. Fuck it. So, out of this check, the only fucking bill that I'm paying is my child support, because I can't swipe their credit card to pay that. And my bills aren't that much for this the 16th of the month. It's $180 for the camper. The electric bill is like $120 this month. $30 for camper insurance, and then groceries. It's not that much. It's still money I don't have right now. So what I'm doing is, I'm taking the whole motherfucking check. I'm sending my $400 child support to my baby mama, because she gotta get her money. That leaves me with $45 left after I pay all the credit cards, which is fine. It's fine. The credit card balances will be 0. My debt will be gone. But also, I have $200 of cash back, bonus points or whatever, so that'll help out. And we're also getting a $500 bonus on July 31st, which after taxes will be, I don't know, $250, $300. So that's $450 roughly, helping out with the bills until August 1st. So we're good. We're good. Yeah, I wasn't going to wait a whole nother motherfucking month to get this shit done. I am sick and tired of having balances on these cards, having debt over my head. This has been the whole focus of my life the last year and a half. Moved into a camper, have not done any motherfucking thing in my life other than go to work, go to the gym, hang out with my kids, and I have been eating out too much, as you can see. Your boy thick in the face. I'm back up to 180, but we're getting that situated too. Now that the debt's gonna be gone, I'll be debt free. There's gonna be no distractions or anything of any kind to try to lose weight. But we'll see how that goes. So right now, I'm on the way to Richmond. Drive for Uber and Lyft tonight. I did it 2 days last week to try to supplement my bills because I've been short on money. Yes, I will. I have paid off debt. I've done a good job with it. It does not mean I've done everything perfect. You should have a $1,000 emergency fund or a $500 emergency fund. I have not followed that advice for the most part. So, there were times where I would put money aside for an emergency fund, and then something would come up, and like an emergency or something I didn't have money for, and I'd use it, and then I wouldn't replenish it. So, it's worked out fine, because each overtime check I got, I had hundreds or $1,000, depending on the paycheck, of dollars left over. So, if anything, I needed money for anything, I would just wait for the overtime check to hit, and I was good. Now, with that being said, if that's not your situation, and each check is usually the same or something like that, you should probably focus more on saving up the rule is that Dave Ramsey says $1,000 emergency fund. $1,000 is a little steep for some people. That can take months and months and months to save, depending on what your finances are like. $1,000 is great, but you can start with $500 if you need to. Start with $500 emergency fund set aside, and then to start paying off your fucking debt. Get your budget together, figure out what you owe every month, what your expenses are every month, what your income is every month, and go from there. So, we're at the finish line, and it's starting to sink in, it's starting to set in. I mean, I knew July 16th was going to be the day, probably a month or two ago. I'm constantly doing math on, as soon as I find out what my check's going to be, compare that to my bills, see how much money I have left over. So I knew for a while July 16th was going to be the day. It's starting to sink in now. It's starting to, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. You do something, you dedicate your life to something for almost 2 years. Almost two, going on 2 years. And you finally fucking reach your goal. And it's not even that, but like now, after shit's gone, the debt's gone, like I don't want to get my finances too much, but I'm living in a camper, so it makes it doable. I'm gonna have hundreds, sometimes $1,000 or more dollars per month to save and invest, to fucking catch up on shit that I didn't do in my 20s. And it's exciting. It really is exciting. It brings me joy. But if I wasn't living in the camper, that probably wouldn't be happening, to be honest. So, camper life for the foreseeable future. Fucking love that shit. I love my camper. It ain't the biggest, it ain't the prettiest, but it gets the job done. I'm going to suggest that to anyone in life that's struggling. If you're able to. Man, woman, doesn't matter. If you're single, or if your partner's on board, if you got kids and your kids are small enough to fit in the camper with you, buy a fucking camper. Find a lot to put that shit on. Put it on your fucking parents, grandparents, uncle's lot, whatever it may be. It'll fucking change your life. I swear it will. You don't need to do that, but having Minimal rent and mortgage definitely fucking helps out. Altogether, the camper cost me $310 a month. Like, come on, man. Anyways, just a little catching up of what's going on, and yeah, 3 days. 3 days waiting for the paycheck to hit. Waiting for the paycheck to hit my fucking bank account. And I cannot fucking wait. As soon as that shit hits, pay, gone. See ya. It's not saying I'm not going to use my credit cards in the future. I intend to. I want to try to use it how smart, wealthy people use them, where they just put all their bills on a credit card, don't even think about it. All the bills go to the credit card, and you pay the credit card bill at the end of the month. A lot of people do that. But you have to be good with the credit card. You can't just fucking take it and be spending, which I don't have a problem with typically. That's not what I do. So yes, I will still be using my credit cards, and if I don't like it, then I'll just go back to the typical paying it out of my checking account. It's no big deal. That doesn't matter to me. But yeah, just catching up on where things are. Follow for more videos. Follow for motivation, advice. Anybody that has any questions about getting out of debt, budgeting, feel free to message me on any platform. You don't have to be smart. You don't have to be a fucking genius to do this shit. Because I'm definitely not. But your boy at 32 years old is going to be 100% debt free. And I'm curious and excited to see at what my life's going to look like in a year from now. That's it. Long enough for today. Catch y'all next time.